Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bedtime with Bruce. I'm Bruce, this is Albie, and we are back.
Season 2.
Season 2, and it's only taken us 3 years to get to Season 2. We haven't been on the air since 2012?
Yeah, August.
August of 2012, so it's almost 3 years.
I claim some of the responsibility for that because I said, let's skip a couple shows because I'm a new dad.
Okay, fine, let's talk about that. We actually met Serenity on one of the shows.
Our last show.
On our last show, I met Serenity for the first time. Adorable child. She was just a tiny little baby. Now she's a little bit bigger, and we'll have her on the show sometime soon, and you can see how Serenity's doing.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking tonight, because we don't have a guest, Diet Dr. Pepper. And I'm drinking this because I really love the Little Sweet commercials. Have you seen these?
I have not. I don't watch commercials. I'm kind of out of it. I'm a Netflix kind of guy.
Shameless Netflix plug.
Tell me about the sweets thing.
I just saw it for the first time, and it's the kid from American Idol with the afro.
This is the first season I didn't watch, and then it got
No, like from the original American Idol, like the
like
Jason Girani or whatever his name is. I don't know, the kid with the giant afro.
Justin Guarini. I love him. I voted for him. Sorry, Kelly.
So he's on the.
I voted for him. He's like Michael Jackson almost when he was younger.
He's on the Dr. Pepper commercials now.
Now I gotta watch
Little
him.
Sweet. He's kind of like Prince, and they're hilarious. And I now drink Diet Dr. Pepper because of him. So Justin, my man, great job.
I bought his album. It's good. It's actually really good. You ever watch the movie they were in? From Justin to Kelly, A Love Story? I've seen it about 9 times.
No, I am actually, no, I've not.
I saw it in the theater.
No, never saw that. And
it's a musical.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking Ultra Blue Monster Energy Drink.
Is it blue?
It is blue, and it tastes like blue lollipop, but there's no sugar, no carbs.
No calories. So it's probably got some other millions of other chemicals in it.
Taurine. I found I'm addicted to taurine and energy drinks. Like, you know how like if an alcoholic makes memories while they're drunk, it's harder for them to remember them while they're sober. I found that without my energy drinks, since I have 2 or 3 a day, if I go a couple days without them, I feel a lot slower and I can't access that information.
Yeah, if I drink those, I just feel like there's a hole in my stomach being eaten by the chemicals in it. I'm not pretending to be the healthiest person, but the taurine, whatever's in Red Bull and these things, it rots my stomach, and I pray for death whenever I drink them. So I am not going to be plugging that, but, you know, Albie can. So tonight actually marks David Letterman's last ever show, and we wanted to give him a shout out. I hope we're not stealing too much of his thunder tonight.
We're taking away a little bit of it.
Right, I think we're taking away his market share. They're going to say, well, nobody watched it. Well, they're all watching this show probably. But
well, the views will show that.
we didn't do that on purpose. That's purely coincidence.
I think that's one of the reasons we're coming back, maybe, in a way.
To fill the void left by David Letterman.
Right, people are going to need to go somewhere. And, you know, Conan's already got his fans, and Jimmy
Fallon and
Jimmy Kimmel and
who
the
else?
other Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The guy that took over for Craig Ferguson. He was on Doctor Who once. I have no idea what his name is. But if you go through all those guys and don't like them, then there's us.
Right.
And we're on demand, so you can watch us anytime.
Right. You can watch us over and over again. And
I do that. And I still laugh.
So throughout the show, I'm going to be going over some of the things that have happened since we were last on the air. I have a nice timeline here. Kim Jong-un is officially appointed the Supreme Leader of North Korea and given the rank of Marshal in the Korean People's Army. That was July 18th of 2012.
Okay.
Most recently, I read something about him killing somebody with a anti-aircraft gun, like this big...
Really?
Like they put the guy up and like tied him up, and the guy just shot him with that. So that's, you know.
The only thing I know about that guy is from that movie that was just put out. What's it called?
Where they were going to kill him.
Yeah, I watched that. What's it called? Research Department? Anybody?
It's
funny.
The interview.
The interview.
I saw it. Yeah, it was like it was gonna be in theaters, but then it wasn't, and then all of a sudden it was on Netflix, and I was like, cool.
Didn't they hack Sony? That's what they did.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they were
yeah.
scared.
I still don't
So-
care. I'll buy it on DVD.
We're gonna be a little bit behind on these old current events because they're no longer current. Is that recording? Are we recording? Okay, cool. Numbers are ticking away.
You're at 8 minutes.
Awesome.
Lance Armstrong loses a host of endorsements in the wake of his doping scandal. That was October 17th. Didn't he lose a testicle too at some point? Like,
Before that,
so he's only got one ball
yeah, and they're
and no endorsements.
right. I mean, that's just wrong. Is it really that bad to dope? He's not like taking dope. He extracts blood and then puts it in to have extra blood.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like some Billy Bob Thornton, Angelina Jolie
Yeah, with the necklace.
shit going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Are they still together?
No,
Okay.
that's way old.
She was way hot for him.
So let's see. Something we're doing here on the show now. We used to have a wish list on Amazon, so people could go on and help us out with things that we need for the show, and I think we're going to do that again.
It's a good idea. I like that.
But we have something now called Patreon.com, patreon.com/bedtime with Bruce, and apparently that's some sort of funding thing.
Yeah, it's like a crowdfunding where people can go there and say, I want to donate $1 a show or $1 a month to you guys because I like you guys, or $5, whatever. And any of that money that we get will go to help out the show, new equipment, new computers, new lighting.
New pajamas.
Yes.
We want to get matching silk pajamas with our names on them, and we want to have some pajamas for our guests to wear that just say guest.
Guest. So mine would say Albie.
Oh, yours would say Albie, mine would say Bruce, and guest would just say guest, and we might buy one size, and it doesn't matter. You have to either squeeze in it or be engulfed by it. We will wash them, but
That's funny. I just pictured that.
so, you know, if you want to help us out, feel free to go on there. I think we've got some other like things set up to where, you know, if somebody donates $25, we will, on the next episode, mention your name 25 times in our show.
And we'll do it.
I think there's something else set up. You know, the first time we get $100 total for a show, the next show will be
In the shower.
in the shower. We'll do a whole episode from the shower. I think there was a naked show. What did we talk about?
How much would that be, you think? 150, 200? For us to be naked next to each other?
Oh, $5.
Not touching.
$5.
Okay, the first $5.
And there'll be some touching. There will be whatever. No rules.
Do you touch me
Whatever.
or
We'll
I
do
have to
anything.
touch you?
Whatever. We'll just see what happens.
Okay.
We'll just see how it goes. This is the ambiguous part of the show. No, I mean, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, and if you have any ideas, let us know.
Sure. We'll pretty much do anything for $1.
Yeah, or $5.
I wanted to make a website called Anything for $1 and just have pictures of me and Albie on there, and and not anything for $1 though. It'd be anything for $1 million.
Okay.
And I really think that would be a cool thing. And if some guy decided he wanted to fly us to, I don't know, Kuwait and have a weekend party with us for $1 million, sure, whatever,
Yeah,
we'll do it.
I would do it.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it.
You could film it. I don't care. For $1 million. Anyway, there you go. There's a little something about me and Albie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, seeing if we can do wild and crazy things and sponsored by our listener or our viewers. They can actually see us.
Yeah, we'll do whatever.
Mhm.
We don't care. Let's see. So, what else were we going to talk about tonight? We had some other topics.
One thing I've been interested in lately is that whole free the nipple thing. # free the nipple. No?
Go on. No, I don't. I have no idea what you're talking
Okay,
about.
well, hashtags, you know what they are? Okay, if you're on Twitter or Instagram, I think Facebook does them now too. You know, hashtag, which is a £, like on the phone, remember?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll remember.
After this,
Yes, I have a phone.
when you had this, before you had this.
Yes.
Hashtag £, free the nipple, and it's a campaign about women trying to get equal rights by being able to take their shirt off in public anywhere they want without, being arrested or, free the nipple right there, hashtag. And their whole point is that women's nipples look exactly like men's nipples, and
Is this creepy yet?
a little bit.
You getting
I
creeped out?
like
Okay.
it. So he freed the nipple. And they're trying to put pictures of their nipples on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and a lot of times they're getting taken down because they're deemed inappropriate, yet men's nipples aren't inappropriate, and they're pretty much the same thing. So I see their point, but what do you think about that whole thing?
I can honestly say I don't care. I know that's a horrible thing to say. I mean, I get it. I think more women's nipples should be exposed, a lot, and there are other websites that I could probably guide you to where you can see women's nipples.
There are websites with that?
There are. The internet actually has come a long way in the last few years with
Do you have a pen? You write those down?
pornography. Well, I'll make it easy. You can pretty much type in any word and put a .com on the end of it and find women's nipples. Or some sort of porn.
I was going to watch David Letterman's last show tonight, but...
I truly believe that if you typed in sundayschool.com, it would take you eventually to a porn site.
Okay. I will try that.
We can test that theory.
I'll link to it in the show notes.
Research. Could you please type in sundayschool.com and try to find some sort of pornography-related website? Tell me if it's possible. Just let us know.
Okay. She's doing
From
it.
this link? It's from sundayschool.com. It's a church website.
How about sundayschool.xxx?
How about anal Sunday school?
That will probably get you women's nipples.
And soon the door was broken down by the computer police.
And the website is not available.
Buy it.
So it's open for you to.
So we could purchase analsundayschool.com. We actually should do
We
that.
should. What is it, $13? It's not bad.
I'm going to buy that.
Can you buy that
As soon as somebody gives us $13.
on Patreon, patreon.com/bedtime with Bruce.
That will be our first purchase. We will purchase the rights to analsundayschool.com. And I don't know what we'll do with it. We'll put nipples up there, I guess.
Free the nipple.
Free the nipple. We'll promote nipple awareness.
Do you think nipples are pornography, or they're just nipples, right?
It's about equality of sexes.
Right.
That's what free the nipple is.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense.
Did you know? Sorry to interrupt.
No,
Bruce.
please.
Did you know that around the turn of the century, before that, men couldn't show their nipples in public? Like if they went to the beach, they had to have their nipples covered.
Or
They
pay
had to-
$1.
Yeah, fine. The fine was $1, and men stood up and united and took their shirts off. But if you look at old photos, there's men wearing bikini tops and, of course, the one-piece old striped
Sure.
bathing suit. I have that just because I got man boobs, so I don't want people to see my nipple, but I have the right for people to see my nipples.
Yeah, there's... okay, so we're going to talk about... This show's going to be all about nipples, apparently.
I didn't mean it to be, but it was just...
Nipples are interesting. You asked me what I think about them. I dated a girl.
You dated a girl.
I dated a girl.
I
There you
something
go.
out here.
I dated a
wouldn't have
girl
thought
who had like there's like boy nipples, which are like little small things, and then there's girl nipples, and some girl nipples have like big areolas around them. This girl had one of each. She had like a little boy nipple and a big areola nipple, and I thought she was cool with it, and she was not, and I made a joke about it, and she threw me out of her car, and that was really the last I ever saw her until this was back in college years ago. A couple years ago, I Googled her name, and the first thing that popped up was her mugshot, and apparently
What's her nipple in it?
her nipple was not in it. She, in Indianapolis, tried to smuggle a gun onto a Delta Airlines flight. So there was a whole video clip of her getting, handcuffed and taken out of the airport, and it was her. So the crazy is still there, like she never outgrew it, and I'm assuming the nipples are still mismatched. And that's my story about that, about nipples, and we can keep talking about nipples. I don't know why guys have nipples, except maybe at some point we gave milk.
I know the technical reason. We all start out female in the womb, and it's the first few weeks or not too long after where the hormones decide if we're going to be male or female.
Yeah, my hormones must have decided at the very last minute. It's like my dick is like a little afterthought. I'm just kidding, America and world.
But there are cases where men can lactate. Like if they've been through like a traumatic experience, I think what it's supposed to be is if the mother who is nursing the child is killed, there's a hormone that a male's brain produces that actually lets men lactate so the child doesn't die. It's an evolutionary thing. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard.
Okay, so
You can check that out and let me know.
how many minutes have we gone talking about nipples?
You're 18 minutes.
18 minutes,
All right.
primarily about the nipple. We're going to call this the nipple episode, and that should actually get us some hits on the internet,
Okay.
like nipple.
Okay.
We should also tag it. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we can hashtag it.
I would like to hashtag it with anal Sunday school. Like we need to, we need to put that in there.
That might offend some people that are into anal.
Really, they might be pissed off when they get here and realize that this is fairly,
This is not anal
this is
Sunday
fairly
school.
mundane compared to what they were expecting. We need to be sure to do that. Are we still going to talk about nipples? Or are we?
I think
finished
we're
with
good
that?
on nipples, unless you have anything else. I think if we do a Patreon where we're topless the whole episode, what amount do you think would be good for that? What our goal be?
You know what? That's a $25 one. If you
Okay.
donate, if someone donates $25, we'll do an episode completely topless.
Can I do like hand bra?
We could do different stuff.
Okay.
We could do a picture of. Wasn't there? What was the famous picture of the pregnant lady that was naked and there was a
Demi
guy
Moore?
behind her?
Oh,
there was
no,
a guy
that
behind
was
her covering her boobs. I'll
Janet
do that.
Jackson?
I'll do that with Albie. We'll
Okay.
do that. We'll do that pose.
Who's the girl?
Huh?
Who's in the front?
You're the
Okay.
girl in that
Just
story.
checking. I was making sure.
Sorry.
No, I was making sure. That's what I wanted.
In the scissors rock paper of this show, you will always be the girl.
Okay.
Just, I'm sorry.
So I don't have to assume. I can assume.
Just assume.
Okay.
Yeah. Except, okay, so we'll do $25 if we're going to talk about this. We'll do $25. We'll do a topless show for the nipples. 25. We'll give you a choice. We'll do the nipples or the shower or topless shower, whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we could wear pajamas in the shower.
$50. What do you want to do for $50?
I've done a lot of different things for $50.
Well, what would you do for $50 for the show?
I have no idea.
Because 100 is going to be the naked show.
Yeah.
We'll do a show naked
We will
for
be
$100.
Naked.
You will see everything. We will show it to you. No, I mean that's about it.
$50. I don't have an idea. I think.
You know what? $50 player's choice.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It can't be the naked show.
Right.
Naked's 100, but $50 is player's choice. We'll do whatever you want. And
This is less and less like a talk show and more like something I experienced when I went to Vegas. How much for the whole thing? I don't want to negotiate.
I
How
want
much
the
for
whole package.
thing?
I'll give you $500. You guys are blowing each other. All right.
So,
Yeah.
under
So
the table though, because we
player's
can't put that on
choice.
YouTube. Under the table.
Really?
Well,
YouTube doesn't have a.
no, I don't think there's an adult version. If there is, it's probably at analsundayschool.com.
Holy shit! We could make analsundayschool.com the X-rated YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe that's what we'll do.
I'm
I don't
sure
know what we're gonna
there's
do with
like,
it.
There's different. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to write into the show and give us some advice on what to do with analsundayschool.com, the winner gets something. I don't know. You get a prize. But I don't want to shill for all this.
No,
I mean,
it's
that's
just fun to
not what we're
talk
about.
about. Yeah, just fun
Yeah.
to talk about. So, one of the reasons I wanted to do this again, I know you want to do it again, but people keep asking me, when are you going to do Bedtime with Bruce again? When are you going to do Bedtime with Bruce again?
Okay. Well, now we're doing it. We don't have a guest, so this is sort of our first foray back into it. Next week we're going to have Dirty. He was one of our original guests, Chris.
I like him.
He was one of my favorite guests, and
He's going to be like, now I'm doing this topless or nude?
right. So hopefully we'll catch him on a theme night where we're like, he's like, I brought my pajamas. Yeah, we don't need those. Yeah, that's great that you brought those, but yeah.
Even better if we have a female guest, equal rights.
Well, we could do that, or you and I can just be naked and not really address the fact that we're naked and let them wear their clothes, and we'll just talk to them naked, and
Let them be uncomfortable.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a great idea. So, Becky Hicks, hi. Becky Hicks is one of our original fans, and she bought one of the shirts.
Awesome.
We had shirts for sale, Bedtime for Bruce, and I'm going to try to find the link to those because we still have them out there on the internet. But Becky Hicks was the first person to ever buy our shirt, and thank you, Becky. You're our #1 fan. We appreciate that. Love you. You can see our nipples.
So we're going to talk about nipples.
Yeah, it's going to come back to nipples. So let's talk about the studio that we're in.
This is Barren Space Studios.
It's the Barren Space Studios. It is filled with, you can't see this, but the walls are covered with Star Wars, no, it's not Star Wars, Star Trek figures in the boxes. Like every Star Trek figure, there's posters from Star Trek, there's movies, there's a giant shelf filled with laser discs.
Yes, very good.
Which were the precursor to the DVD,
Mm-hmm.
and they're giant DVDs.
Like record LP size, yeah.
And pretty much every movie except a few important movies that we're going to talk about in a minute. It's really actually kind of like if I was to be kidnapped and chained up in some freaky person's basement, I would imagine if you threw some chains in there, this is about what it would be like. And it's kind of like a murder, torture.
It's well insulated. Nobody can hear you scream.
And if the person kidnapping and torturing me was a 38-year-old virgin, Star Trek fan, yeah, this is where this would all happen. So,
I call it my secret underground lair.
yep. So we're at Albie's secret lair, and he has like literally hundreds of movies. And I just found out before the show that he has never seen a Mad Max movie.
I have not.
Which just fills me with shock and awe.
I always meant to. I think when I was younger, I watched the Beyond the Thunderdome one.
That's a Mad Max movie.
Right, but I was a real young kid and didn't understand it or remember it. But I remember watching it.
I was old enough to see that in the theater. That was, and when that came out, just to put it in reference, frame of reference, Miami Vice was a very popular TV show when that movie came out. So that shows you, early 80s. And that was the first Mad Max movie that had a budget, and it was the worst Mad Max movie.
Maybe that's why I didn't watch the other ones.
The other ones were low-budget affairs where Mel Gibson's voice got overdubbed because no one thought that Australia would be interesting for people. So they had an American guy do Mad Max's voice.
That's I hate when that happens.
They are truly cool movies.
Are they good? Is he dubbed all 3 movies?
No.
Okay. Just first one?
I think just the first one.
I'm a lip reader, so it annoys me when I see dubbing like that.
Well,
Because it never matches up, ever.
I'm sorry that I was trying to do it. I can't do
I
that.
can't do it either. I've seen people do it.
Well,
So I should watch them? Did you see the new one?
no, haven't seen the new one. I would like to. I don't have a lot of free time. What with all this
Talk show business.
important
Yeah.
talk show business that I do. I want to. I feel like that's one movie. I don't go to movies very often. I don't have a lot of free time. I get them on DVD. I watch them at home. But this is actually one that, every now and then there'll be something that comes out and I'll say, you know what, that's something I need to see on the big screen. A Star Wars movie, a Batman movie, a Mad Max. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they're counting on. Everybody that saw it originally to go in and say, I have to see it. It's a new Mad Max movie.
I'm hoping they do something with Mel Gibson. I mean, I haven't heard that they did. I haven't, no one's spoiled that for me yet. But I'd like to think that Mel Gibson does a cameo.
Does it take place in the same time? Is it a reboot, a sequel?
It's a continuation, just with a new guy playing Mel Gibson's character.
Okay.
So I think, based on some of the trailers I've seen, I think some of the people are supposed to portray characters that have been in other Mad Max movies. It was actually, in the 80s, it was very gloomy because it was the Cold War and everyone was scared of like nuclear war. So this was one of those post-apocalyptic, The first movie, Mad Max, when he became Mad Max, wasn't after the war. Like, the war hadn't happened yet. He was a cop and whatever. I'm not going to, get into it. But it explains where his car comes from and why he's so mad. Then the second movie, the apocalypse has happened. The nuclear apocalypse. So everybody's fighting for oil and gas. Basic shit you need to survive with. And in the third movie with Tina Turner, that was just a continuation of the crazy wasteland of Australia where everybody killing each other for food and gas, and this is another, they're still killing each other for gas. I think they're killing each other for water now too.
That makes sense.
But it's at the time it was when you thought that it might actually happen. Like Red Dawn and all those movies. I mean, Red Dawn scared the hell out of me more than Mad Max did. Because I thought Red Dawn was actually possible. Like, I really thought one day I was going to look out my window and see Russian soldiers parachuting and just killing everybody, and that was terrifying for me. And then every Wednesday at noon, I lived in Texas, and they had tornado sirens, and they would go off every Wednesday at noon for exactly 1 minute, and I just assumed that they were practicing for Red Dawn happening and not actually tornadoes. Like, I thought it was air raids. I called them air raid sirens and thought, oh my God, we could get actually bombed. That's why they're doing this. So I had a whole contingency plan, and there was a hiding place in my attic. It was actually, it's actually kind of sad in retrospect. I had a stressed out life, and
a lot of people have been scared for a long time of that kind of stuff, bomb shelters and stuff. Now people are just like, probably not.
Those people in Texas recently, the National Guard or the Army Reserve was doing maneuvers in Texas, and there were actually people that were concerned that the federal government was trying to take over Texas, and the governor of Texas actually said, you know what, I think it was the governor. Somebody said, we're going to put someone on this, and we're going to track this and make sure they're not trying to take over Texas. They lended some credibility to these people's claims, and so Texas, great place.
Didn't they want to secede from the nation quite a few times?
Yes, and Texas is actually, Texas, I may be wrong, and I'm sure all the fans in Texas can correct me if I'm wrong. Texas has in their state constitution the right to, at any point, split up into 4 different states. And the benefit to that would be representation in Congress and the House of Representatives. So
I'm guessing North Texas, South Texas, East Texas, West Texas.
I don't know what they call it, but there is an actual plan with lines drawn, and that's something that was ratified by the government, and
that'd be odd.
It would be odd, but par for the course. I mean, Texas has bumper stickers that say "Don't mess with Texas," and that's an anti-littering campaign. But
I wouldn't get that from that.
I've always said, they should change it to say "Don't mess with Texas," or we'll execute you. In parentheses, because they do put a lot of people to death. Interesting. Speaking of that, what happened this weekend? The 170 bikers that got arrested in Waco.
I didn't hear about that. Waco, that's a crazy place.
Crazy place. Not the first time lots of people have had problems in Waco, but 170 bikers. There was something happened. There was some party, meeting, conference at a Twin Peaks restaurant.
Wow.
Twin Peaks is kind of like a Hooters, but lumberjack theme.
I was thinking TV show.
And boobs.
Oh, okay.
Nipples.
Back to the
All
nipples.
comes back to the nipple.
Hashtag free the nipple.
I guess there were 5 different gangs, and something happened in the bathroom, and then it spilled out into the restaurant, then it spilled out into the parking lot, and then you had 170 people. They were shooting at each other. Then the cops showed up, and the cops pull up in cop cars. They're not unmarked. They're visibly police, and so the gang guys all started shooting at them. So the cops started shooting back. So 7 people are dead. And as a result of this, they've arrested 170 bikers, and every single one of them is being charged with a conspiracy, being part of a conspiracy to commit murder.
Because they're a gang?
170 people at $1 million bail apiece in the Waco jail. They had to move into the convention center to process them all. And the video shows them all just sitting there on their cell phones and wiping off their gunshot residue. And it's interesting. And then they said that these gangs had said, we're sending people to Texas, we're going to start killing cops now. So it's turned into this huge mess, and they keep talking to like gang leaders, and they keep saying, we're not a gang, we're offended by it, we find this offensive, we're not violent, we're not a gang, we're a group of motorcycle enthusiasts.
Yeah, like in the 50s, biker gangs were kind of scary, and oh, those are bad guys. But now they're all dressed like Santa Claus and doing toys for tots and all this stuff.
They're still scary.
You think
they're
so?
still scary. Absolutely.
They're still smelly, but not scary.
They're still scary.
Really.
And we respect you. Please do
no,
not feel the need to come and kill us.
We support you.
Damn the man.
Yeah, down with stuff.
Yeah. So
Up with wallet chains.
Wallet chains.
Chains,
Yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah. So that's going on, and
That's
just to keep it in the whole theme, biker women like to show off their nipples.
Nipples. Free the nipple.
FreeTheNipple.com.
I'm sure that's a...
Hashtag FreeTheNipple.
That is a .com. That's the actual .com of the source. I've been researching on the internet.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. The only website I want to plug now is analsundayschool.com. I don't know what the t-shirt's going to look like. Let's talk about anal for just a second. So... I don't want to talk about anal.
No, we can. That's fine.
You know what? I don't even want to. I don't want
You
to.
said that was between us, and we would never talk about it.
We'll tell you everything for a $125 donation to patreon.com/bedtime with Bruce. We'll tell you the whole story for $125. Let's see. Gangnam Style. I don't want to talk about Gangnam Style.
We missed that whole thing. We missed. I'm sure if we were still on when that thing, we would have done the dance like everybody else.
Absolutely.
Have you done the dance?
I'm not good at dancing, but there are videos out there if you know how to find them. If you know my name, Bruce. You find them. There's me doing the Crip Walk. There's me doing Gangnam Style. There's me doing softcore porn. There's a lot of stuff out there.
I haven't seen the Gangnam Style.
Yeah, I haven't done it on video. I'm saying I did a Crip Walk once.
That's cool.
Not very well.
Could you do it now?
Not in any way.
Okay.
As I get older, I can do less and less like that. But
maybe that's a viewer's choice thing.
for $50, we'll do any dance style you want us to do.
Mm-hmm. We can do the Cabbage Patch, Running Man, Moonwalk.
I've got a dance called the John that I do
Mm-hmm.
after my friend John.
Does it have anything to do with the toilet?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay, good to know. I can do the Blumpkin.
Haven't we all done a Blumpkin? Oh, you're gonna leave me hanging. All right.
Sorry. High five.
I've done some Blumpkins.
I don't know. I don't want to know which participant you were in the process.
In the Blumpkin Fest.
Yes, I can picture it.
I was the middle one. Let's leave it at that. So over the years, apparently we've gotten a little more adult on the show. For those of you that have been with us from the start, you remember how the show started. It was me reading softcore pornography and homoerotic pornography and regular literature, and we actually had a following with that around the world, and people would tune in to listen to me read, which is interesting and kind of weird. And then
I liked that, actually. I really did. And you finished The Great Gatsby, right?
I think I did.
But you left our viewers hanging on 2 other books.
On the pornography, yeah, the vampire porn, which was not good pornography, and I didn't understand. It was more psychological porn, like, fucking your mind.
If you want to hear him finish it, Patreon, right?
Oh, Lord. No.
Not even for that?
I would rather blow Albie than finish reading those books. That's how bad they were.
I'll take that as a compliment.
All right.
Thank you.
But for $500, I'll blow Albie while he finishes the books.
I can read. It's actually funny if you watch the videos, because it's over, I think, a 4 or 5 night process. You're reading these books, and you didn't pre-read them. So the vampire homoerotica, which isn't really homoerotic at all, which was what was upsetting about it, it's funny to watch you every night get angrier and angrier at the book and be like, we said we'll finish it, so we're going to finish it, and you're reading it, and then the final video, and you're like, F this, and you close it and throw it, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I got pissed off at it a few times and said, okay, I'm done reading for tonight. Let's move on. This sucks.
The Great Gatsby was good, though.
Yeah, I watched the movie finally.
I saw it in 3D. The 3D was good. I didn't quite get it. I was like, so stuff happened.
Yeah, it really, I don't know that it needed to be made into a giant Leonardo DiCaprio movie. I mean, it was alright, but, excuse me, it's like, did the English Patient really need to get made?
That's true.
I mean, the English Patient, to me,
I watched it once.
that's the type of movie that I describe as one long, sad poem.
Mm-hmm.
And
what was The Great Gatsby about? Maybe I just didn't understand it. Was there like a point to it? I was waiting for the M. Night Shyamalan ending. Like that wasn't the whole thing the whole time.
well, the whole movie was about a guy who faked his way into society,
Mm-hmm.
went off to war, came back, and was a bootlegger
Mm-hmm.
with a fortune. And he wanted to find the girl that he loved that he left when he went to war, and she had married some other dude. And that's...
And there was a car accident.
There was a car accident.
I was like,
Oh, spoiler alert.
oh, sorry. I was like, this is getting good.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Or just read the damn book.
I already listened to you read it, but I still didn't get it.
Yeah, it was just like a sad poem.
It's very famous though.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
they say it's...
Is
You
it
know
the
what? It's
title?
kind of... I thought it was kind of overrated, and another book that I think is overrated and is Catcher in the Rye.
Okay. The bunny.
And I've always... No.
No, that's a different one.
No. That's the Lenny,
Yeah.
I'll give him and squeeze him and call him
Yeah,
George.
that's
Oh,
that one.
best friend. That's the
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. You've never seen Schindler's List.
No, I saw it once. It was good. I liked it. I have it.
He actually owns the DVD to Schindler's List, which brings the question,
Oh, Schindler's List. Yeah, I never saw it.
why would you need to own it and see it more than once? I saw it in the theater. I couldn't hardly breathe when I left. I was crying all the time. Everybody I went with was crying. It was wretched. I mean, beautiful, wretched, horrible. But why would you own that and then say, what am I in the mood for? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna pop Schindler's List in and watch that. Like I really need to see that. And
I got it on a good sale. I think it was $25 maybe, and it was originally like 50 or 60. And I was like, oh, that's a good movie. I heard it's a good movie. Never saw it, but I know it's really sad, so I never go, I want to get really sad right now, so I've not opened it. That brings up another thing that's happening lately. All these unboxing videos and opening videos are getting like millions of hits on YouTube. Maybe you should open that and put that hashtag unboxing.
you mean like
Just open
if
it.
I were to open up one of your Star Trek figures?
No, you don't want to do that.
But people would pay to see that. People would enjoy that. So unboxing Schindler's List. People will tune in to see
Yes,
me
just-
open up
just say,
Schindler's List.
Yes, unboxing Schindler's List, collector's edition, DVD, hashtag
I'll do it for the first person that sends us $2.
$2. $2. I think you should
It's-
just give them a free one.
I don't understand. People would tune in to see this.
Well, the whole thing right now is it's called Egg Surprise. Have you heard about that lady that's made millions of dollars off of billions of views? What she does is she takes these chocolate eggs that she opens them up and there's a toy inside. And they're licensed from different, like Disney and different cartoons and characters. And
Sure.
that's what she does. She opens like 30 chocolate surprise eggs. And toddlers around the world are watching them incessantly. I have one. So I've seen all the videos. But she's literally making millions of dollars because she's opening toys. I've had that for over a decade, haven't opened it. I almost bought it on Blu-ray, but I was like, I didn't even watch the DVD yet.
You don't really need to see this movie in high definition.
Who directed it? Ron Howard?
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. So it should be good. Steven Spielberg, is there an alien? Dinosaur?
There's no alien, but look at us. We're opening Schindler's List.
Fun! This is fun, right?
This is it. Hey, should I do it like all?
You can
I
do
don't
something.
want to be disrespectful.
say hi.
Come on, that's
Hey
that.
guys. Oh yeah, no. Oh, that's a serious movie.
You know
A
what?
serious
I
movie.
feel really horrible doing this, but I have no scruples, so I'll get over it. I'll sleep all right tonight, but I'm not gonna. I
It's-
can't make any.
No.
I can't make
no.
any jokes about this.
Based on actual events, right?
The Holocaust, yes,
Okay, yeah.
the actual
Not
Holocaust.
a funny topic.
Yeah, let's go back to something. Let's put this back on the shelf. So there you go for all you
What's in it though?
sick fucks that
When you
want to
unbox
watch
it,
me
you gotta
open.
open it.
Oh, we really have
Yeah,
to open it.
Open it. I don't know how. This is
Okay,
weird.
this is
It's
fascinating.
a lucite box. Maybe it's not meant to be watched.
It's not meant to be watched more than once.
Aha!
Okay, so it's got 2 pieces of styrofoam.
Now I have to watch it. Should I watch it this week and talk about it next week?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about Schindler's List next week.
Was that on your movie bucket list?
And okay. Holy shit!
Is that the chapter list? Or oh man,
The chapter list. No,
No,
this
that
is
is Schindler's List.
This is Schindler's List.
I didn't mean for it to go
Jesus
here.
Christ.
I don't know what we're doing right now.
So okay, so the plastic thing in here has
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
has 59 names on it. So that's apparently Schindler's List. This is a great direction you've taken this show in.
That's the actual people he was able to save.
I'm assuming that's the list. Um,
Like I've seen the preview, but that's as far as I've gotten.
Okay, so collector's edition packaging featuring Schindler's List, Schindler's List images, the soundtrack, great soundtrack, John Williams
I
did
like
Star
John
Wars.
Williams. Oh yeah. Speaking of
That's that's gonna be our segue right there.
Star Wars, did you see that new robot, the sphere that goes?
Yes.
What's his name? BB? I think BB-8. Hashtag BB-8. He's awesome.
There you go. There's a fun picture for you, a little girl.
Oh, a film
getting
cell.
marched off to.
That's not good. Why would they do that?
Yeah, it's not a happy movie. There's a book with pictures of the. Looks like.
Is this like a window decal or something? Oh, it's
No, that tells what's in it. These look like actual pictures of the Holocaust. Very. This is holy shit.
Why did I buy this?
Oh my God! Here's the list again, and
Okay.
the DVDs, and all the people's names. So way to go.
It's important that it's remembered because that was a horrible thing. that
Absolutely. Yeah.
happened.
And I'd like to thank you for bringing this out on the show
I
tonight.
didn't think we would talk.
Thank you, everybody.
You kind of brought it up there.
I
but-
didn't. I just wanted to make fun of you for owning it, and I'm sorry that I did this. And let's move this
Okay.
away.
Unboxing, just not reboxing.
Yes.
So,
So,
no hashtag reboxing.
yeah, don't rebox this.
Okay.
Here,
We'll
let's
set this aside.
move this list over here. Jesus Christ. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't connect it all. What was I thinking of? That movie with where they're trying to. Oh, Shawshank.
Air
That's what I
Bud.
was thinking
Oh,
of.
okay.
Yeah, Shawshank. I don't know.
Shawshank. Yeah, let's.
That's different.
There's nipples in there.
Is there?
I'm sure.
Guy's nipples.
Okay, let's get off the prison movie.
Why did I confuse those two?
What were we going to talk about? There was
Tim
something
Robbins.
that just Star Wars. Let's talk about the new Star Wars movie.
I'm so excited to see the new Star Wars. As you know, you're a Star Wars guy. I'm a Star Trek guy. That's
Somehow
our
we make it work.
that's our divide line. We don't agree. But I like both. But when I found out J.J. Abrams was doing this, I was very excited. And then when I saw the Han Solo and Chewbacca part of the new trailer, I was sold. I wanted to buy my ticket that second. I got emotional. I got teary. I was ready to go.
I get teary every time the opening. Like when the first of the new movies came out, I was living in Oregon, and I was one of those people at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And it had been, I've basically been waiting for that movie for over, I mean, I don't want to do the math, but literally my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And when the music came out, when the first, note came out, or when it started with one, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I started to shake. And then when the first, bang, when that note hit and the thing started rolling, I had tears in my eyes. I really did. I was like, I waited all my life for this. And
then what happened?
then it just... and then we met Jar Jar Binks.
I don't hate Jar Jar. He's cool. He's all right. I like him. The technology was awesome. The first movie, episode 1, so fourth movie, That's confusing to some people.
Right.
It's an okay movie, but to me, it's just not. It doesn't fit in with the other 5.
I kind of got.
Like that one goes with the
I kind of got burned out on the whole. Like the whole explanation of the Force with the metachlorines or whatever they were called, like it's little things living inside your body and your blood, like that just sounded too ridiculous to me, and
that was too much information. Like it makes sense, but when you have it spelled out for you, it's not as fun as what is it?
I want to say I saw something the other day, something I was watching, and they had a Chewbacca, not Chewbacca, but a Wookiee Jedi. They had Wookiees with lightsabers, and I don't know if that's in the new movie or not. I don't know what movie that's from, but they had Jedi Wookiees. It might have been like scenes that they cut out, or like some whole like these are all the Jedi. Oh, it was something on YouTube. Look it up if you want, and it was Order 68 or 66. It was when all the Jedi were getting killed all over the place. And the people came to kill Yoda, and he was hanging out with the Wookiees. And they shot at Yoda. Yoda, jumped up on a Wookiee and fucked the guy up, and the Wookiees took off. Anyway, yeah, I've seen a Wookiee Jedi.
I'll look it up. Are you going to go see the new movie, the opening night? Are you going to be there at midnight? Are you going to stay up, or are you going to just go the next
It's at Christmas time. I don't know.
Is it Christmas Day? Because I won't go to the theater on Christmas
Day.
I don't do that, because that's just rude to people that work there, I think.
Wow.
But if it's Star Wars, I might have to go.
I might go, but not in costume.
I'll wear my Starfleet uniform. And get, like, just pelted.
And I'll wear a Captain Jack Sparrow costume. Like, I like going, like, completely dressed inappropriately. Does this light up?
I haven't changed the batteries in a long time.
So
but
just
it might.
say no.
Okay,
just
I'll
say
say no. I can fiddle with it.
Don't worry about it. It's
Just try to. You gotta.
What am I doing here?
Trying to light it up.
Oh, okay. You were doing something different.
Slower.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
So you're gonna go see it. What do you think about Carrie Fisher and Han Solo and all them coming back?
Enter your secret Jedi code.
6969.
Jedi code accepted.
Is it going to light up?
Lightsaber activated.
Oh, you gotta think.
Okay, this is possibly the greatest toy ever.
Oh, LEDs.
May the force be with you.
It vibrates.
Who said that?
James Earl Jones.
So, is this Darth Vader's lightsaber?
I think there's Yoda in there too and stuff.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. Thank you. That was fun.
That was fun. So I enjoy Star Wars, just not as much as Star Trek.
There was a whole thing on YouTube about all the different colors of lightsabers too and what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
They apparently have a black one and they have a white one. Little scene, like it's very rare. But they had a whole bunch they had like 6 different colors of lightsabers and they all mean something different. And
red means bad and scary.
Well, they get their crystal from a certain place and they're synthetic. The red ones are synthetic and they're more in tune with the dark side. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I don't.
Metachlorines.
I'm a fan, but I'm not like that.
What do you think of the new one where it has the lightsaber?
No, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, but it seems dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, like you could actually touch it while you're
Yeah.
fighting. I mean, they gotta come out with a new lightsaber every time, like something cool. Like the double one was cool.
It's over there, I think. I don't know why I have these.
I believe at some point they're gonna come out with a trident.
That would be cool.
Or like a double pronged lightsaber. Like they've got to come up with something else, you know, or whatever. They will. I think it's cool that Princess Leia's in it. There's a spoiler alert about that out there. I'm not going to ruin it.
Yeah, I don't like spoilers, so I want to be surprised.
There's a spoiler out there. So you know, I know some things that maybe you don't know, and
I know she lost a lot of weight to do the movie.
She's crazy too. Like Carrie Fisher was certifiably nuts.
Mm-hmm. But iconic, Slave Leia.
Well, yeah. I mean,
When Harry Met Sally, Bruno Kirby's wife.
I'm trying to think where else I've seen her. Episodes of 30 Rock.
I don't watch that show, should I?
And didn't she do a voice on The Family Guy?
I think so.
She was Peter Griffin's boss.
She's done a lot. But
Not a
she'll
lot.
always be Princess Leia.
I don't think she's done that much. It's like Mark Hamill hasn't done that much.
Yeah, he was Luke Skywalker and the Joker. And I think that's it.
Where was he the Joker?
Batman animated series, and he does the voice a lot.
Of the Joker?
Yeah. He's been working. Like, if you could hire Mark Hamill, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I feel like I probably could hire Mark Hamill to do something. Like, I don't think his career has gone like
If
that.
we reach $1,000 an episode, our guest will be Mark Hamill. All of it will go to him, which is understandable.
I think we could get Mark Hamill for $1,000.
Okay, so well, that's where we would get it, right?
We would work something out with
Yeah.
Mark Hamill. Yeah. I think we could get change back on that. But we'll see. Whatever. I
He
mean,
looks really cool in the new movie.
yeah, he's got a beard. I saw that, and
Great idea. Bring him back.
no, it's awesome. I mean, I think they brought everybody back. I think the guy that plays Chewbacca is actually back, and I think Anthony Daniels is back.
He's
and
back, definitely. He's right, the only one that's ever been in all of them, right?
Is Anthony Daniels?
Right. Chewbacca? Was he in the 1, 2, 3? I don't remember.
He was in 1, 2, and 3.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
No, but
I'm sorry. I was thinking-
C-3PO, Anthony Daniels.
C-3PO was.
Yeah, R2, of course. Has it always been played by the
I don't
one
know.
person?
Don't know.
I met him at a convention. He's pretty nice.
You met R2-D2?
Yeah, the guy who's inside and makes him walk kind of funny and twist the thing before computers. I met him and his wife, and they were really nice. Little things in life.
No, that's cool. I feel like I met somebody. I was at a party when I was a kid. Apparently, they had different people playing Darth Vader because the outfit's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
I met one of them.
Hmm.
He was at a friend's birthday party, like one of the guys that played Darth Vader. And he told us that in the Jedi, Boba Fett would use his missile. And he did.
That's awesome.
So I knew before going into Return of the Jedi at the theater as a child that Boba Fett was going to finally shoot that rocket pack. And Boba Fett's actually probably the most popular Star Wars figure ever.
I'm getting word from our producer. What is it?
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
All right, so we have 5 more minutes. So final thoughts.
I think women should have the right to expose their nipples. I don't think it's a big deal. But I'm kind of sad if it will happen because that's one of my joys in life is boobies.
Another girl that I dated at one point. First
girls?
time I ever saw her nipple, she had a 6-inch hair growing out of the middle of it, and I discovered it and was completely repulsed by it. And the first thing I did was grab it and yank it right out with no warning, and she screamed and she was angry. And why did you do that? And I said, why would you let it get like this? And she just thought it was sexy. And after that, everything was better after that. So I think just as a public service announcement, women, if you have gigantic hair sticking out of your nipple, handle that, please. It's not sexy.
Oh. I did have a girlfriend once with hairy nipples. I don't think you consider it a girlfriend. It was a one-night stand, and it didn't happen again because of that reason. It's a big turnoff.
And if there's something that's gross about us, let us know.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
definitely
sure.
fix it. But yeah, the nipple thing.
I'm good in the face, but I do have some hairy nipples.
And for whatever amount of money we said, you can see Albie's hairy nipples.
You can. Oh, a little tease, right?
Oh Lord.
Some
Oh,
cleavage.
little preview.
No nipple. No nipple
Yep,
yet.
I've kind of shown mine already, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to do more. If you want to donate money, it's not required. We're going to do this regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon, patreon.com/bedtime with Bruce. Give us some money. Can you make comments when you donate money?
I think so.
Can
They
you
can
send us a
messages.
note?
Yeah.
So if you send us a note, we'll do stuff for money.
If not, we have an email address.
What's our email address?
bedtimewithbruce@gmail.com.
Okay, pretty easy. bedtimewithbruce@gmail.com. Next week we'll have a guest. This was just sort of our welcome back show. It feels good to be back. It feels right.
I like being with you again, sir.
I like being with you. This is nice. Next week we'll have a guest. Go. What were you going to say?
Oh, it's legal in this state now.
We're not going to say what state that is, but marriage is legal. Gay marriage.
Same sex.
Is that what we're talking about?
Equality.
What? Is it not right to say gay
I
marriage?
don't think so anymore, because you're supposed to be happy when you're married, but I think it's marriage equality is the
Very
term
good.
right now.
Marriage equality is the law here, so... Oh,
I'm not saying
are
anything.
you extending your hand to me?
No,
what are
I'm
we
showing-
doing? Oh. Yeah, so
That
we're
ring
not
on.
going to say who we're married to or what their gender is, but...
Because it really doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
As long as you love the person, and they don't have hairy nipples.
Wow, we're just touching a lot of issues tonight. This feels good. It feels right. I feel like we've accomplished some things tonight. Yeah, so do you have anything else?
Barrenspace.com/bedtime with Bruce. Check it out. We got a new website address, and all your archive shows are there, and this show will be there too.
So, how did we used to end the show? I don't remember. Did we say something? Good night.
Good night and no, that's not it.
Good night, and we'll see you next time.